Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Space Jam.
Hello, and welcome to the final day of the third weekend of the NEO2 Open.
The finals today, CCP Mimic, CCP Guard.
Indeed.
We will have more people joining us soon.
We shall.
It's a great day.
Who can we imagine would be here?
It's going to be so many good people joining us today on set, talking about spaceships and other cool things. And we have a lively crowd right here behind us.
Lively.
Are we in
a?
Yeah!
A lively crowd.
The crowd is already going nuts, as I'm sure you at home are as well, cheering in front of your computers. Yes.
It is. We've got something very exciting coming up. We've, of course, got the final of the... I can't speak today. The semi-finals, the first of 3 matches. Then, of course, we'll have a break, and then it's the finals.
Yes.
Best of 5.
The interesting thing about this tournament today is that we might have 4 matches or we might have 7 matches, depending on how the teams do today. It
is, and I've heard that Warlords who are already in the finals are a little bit worried about what could happen in the semi-finals. So it'll be interesting to see. That's We Hurt, which is a lot of hype. A lot of hype about
behind
and they've done extremely well in this tournament.
They've been doing extremely well and mostly living up to the hype. And they're here, so it's anything can happen. Thingy have been doing splendidly as well.
They are, and
Very
they are not a force to be trifled with. So it'll be interesting to see. But let's stop talking about that and get on our guests and get on with the show.
Yes. So do we have our hosts with us? The commentators are making their way to the stage.
Hey!
Here we have CCP Dolan, the father of modern math. Welcome.
Yep, I'm doing great. Who's ready?
And CCP Fossey. Yes. Go to the desk.
Finally.
Our gracious host, CCP Pro, is with us here. This is going to be so good.
It's going to be fantastic. Yes. And yet again, everybody, and you're supposed to keep making noise.
Yay!
Be enthusiastic. Either that or CCP Loxy will play more music, which, no, don't trust his music taste. But anyway, we're about to start. The desk looks like they're ready, and so here we go. Take it away,
boys.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the desk. After that amazing entrance, I don't even know what to say. Like, I can't hype us up any more than we already were with that awesome crowd right over there making those noises.
That's actually how I come into work every morning. It's like
yes, indeed.
Yeah,
it costs him most of his salary, but he hires a whole team of people to just stand outside the building.
They cheer for me every time I walk on.
Yes, but let's not take anything away from today. Exciting matches. 3 teams left.
The 3 best teams
in
New Eden.
2 of the best teams in New Eden, and then some guys.
You're such a hater.
No, it's one way or another. All 3 of these teams are guaranteed to be leaving here with money. Well, sitting in their house with money coming to them, and they're all going to be getting Plex, and they're all really teams that have done amazing work so far this tournament. This is like match after match of really, really high performance from all of these teams.
Yep, that's true, and we have the schedule ready to go right up on screen. Let's get that up there.
It's a pretty simple schedule.
It is. It's a best out of 3 between Thingy and We Hurt, with the winners then moving on to take on Warlords of the Deep, the champions of the winners bracket.
Yep.
Starting 1 up in that best of 5, meaning that they only have to win 2 matches while the enemy team needs to win 1.
Yeah, so this is something for anyone who isn't familiar with the way we've done our tournaments in the past. We have to do a little bit of a weird thing with the finals. So it's a normal best 2 out of 3 for Thingy versus We Hurt. But then the Warlords versus the winner of that series is actually a best of 5, but with Warlords ahead 1 match from the start.
Yep, exactly. And
they've been in that position before.
They have indeed.
They lost.
I think they're going to be working very hard to make sure that they don't repeat that performance.
Yeah, I think especially with Hard SB, their captain now, Garmin not being able to captain this time, Hard SB is basically machine.
We're being like super hard on Garmin in this. But
well, it's Garmin's Garmin. But it is worth noting that even in this first best of 3, even the losers, they're going home with $5,000 for a team of 12.
Yep, that's pretty good.
That's pretty impressive. That is nothing to rub your nose at.
Mm-hmm.
That's it's about $416 or something. I don't know. I did the calculations like way back. I don't remember, but it's like $416. They're also leaving with about 12 Plex ahead, so that's a year subscription to Eve as well. And I actually know, I've been on the hype train for a little bit here, and we've been watching WeHeard go through this, and this is their first tournament, and I actually heard that some of their pilots have their skill queue planned for the next 12 months just to train for the NEO.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like they decided to take part in this tournament. They loved it, and they're gonna do it again. So, like this is potentially the start of a really strong tournament team that's going to be a benchmark for years to come.
It's great seeing teams get hooked on tournaments. That's something that a lot of us have experienced. A lot of these competitors have experienced for years and years, and it's great to see new players get in, get a taste of it, and then realize how much they love it.
Definitely.
Yep. And keep in mind for people joining us today, these tournaments actually occur on our live server, Tranquility. So that year of training isn't just going to go to waste. They'll be able to just dunk people in PvP all the time with those skills anyway.
And I actually suggested to the WeHeard team that they would all go out streaming in like roaming on TQ
In tournament
setups. I think that would be a lot of fun to see that.
Yep.
It'll probably get blopped and dunked, but it will still be fun. So
yeah, I wouldn't bring your one Marauder with
some Pericles.
T1 frigates to surround my Marauder.
The triple Hyperion would actually be kind of awesome for like a low set gate.
Yeah, just jump in, smart bomb everything.
So we're actually only about 3 minutes out for the first match today. Whoa, I know. That's crazy. I have the bands right here. You want to hear them?
Yes.
All right. Thingy banned out the Dominix and the Ishtar, and WeHeard trying to ban out the setups that they faced yesterday. Banned out the Claimer and the Slipner.
Yeah. So the Thingy bans here, very kind of normal bans. This is something we've been seeing a lot. 2 ships that are really good at killing small ships with high tracking sentries. The bans we're seeing from WeHeard, that makes me worry about them a little bit, in that they're very defensive, reactionary bans. They're not banning for what they want to see. They're banning for a setup that they don't want to see.
Yep.
And that is always, it's basically like in boxing match, you're on your back foot. You're a little bit off balance. It doesn't mean that they're over, but it's definitely not the best position for them to be in.
And we just saw last time, we saw it yesterday, the very first instance of these multiple stealth bomber teams. When those matches were critical matches to get into the final prize pool, ensuring you get some prize. And I think that we're going to see them again throughout today. I think that they're really strong setup with the reduction in points to stealth bombers and the sheer amount of damage and speed that you can fit on those small 3-point frigates.
So do you think that people were intentionally holding those setups back? And
I think they definitely were.
So why didn't we see it from people that were like on the verge of elimination, fighting against a tough team? Like why didn't we see a stealth bomber team?
There was a lot of different kind of metas that I think people focused on. Some people were looking at those like Vexor teams with the heavy drones. Some people were looking at the Marauder teams. The bombers were something that I think most teams should have at least tried out because they noticed that we cut the points 40% from previous tournaments. So there's got to be some opportunities there. But I think some teams just may have overlooked how good they are.
So I think that we also learned something very important just now, and that's that when you put that hat on, you weren't used to wearing a headset.
No.
And hats and headsets actually don't go together.
They don't work at all. This is about to fall at any moment. So I'm actually like I'm gonna wear it in my brain, but I'm just gonna have it right here.
This is a bad omen, I think. This is what I would define as a bad omen.
Right here. All right, that's perfect. So one thing, the match is actually ready.
Yep.
Okay.
But before we go into it, I wanna say, like, can you ban out those bombers?
Not really. There's 4 bombers, 1 for each race, and they really all work for these kind of tournament settings. Sometimes some may lean more towards shield or armor, but you can actually do kind of all the bomber setups with any of the bombers with just slight tweaks to the fittings. So it is really, really hard to ban them out.
All right, cool. With that being said, let's get our predictions in. CCP Fozzie, you go first.
Thingy has been incredibly strong this tournament. Practice partners with the Warlords team. I think they're going to take this match.
Considering that I haven't selected WeHeard to win any match throughout this entire tournament, I'm going to have to continue that trend and go with Thingy.
Wow. It appears that I am the only one still left on this amazing train. I'm going to go with WeHeard.